Wait, what? How could he do that much damage, bro? Villager got raided in C6, and he's the strongest in all his friend group, but that's only in the virtual world. In real life, Villager is just another villager. He goes to school, he does exams, and now he's back to playing video games again. Bucky doesn't get girls in Genshin Impact, he gets girls that plays Genshin Impact. Cause Bucky have already made too much progress in the real world that he doesn't have to play video games to feel that he's making progress in his life. March 2022, I've just stumbled on Hamza's videos for the first time, and not gonna lie, he convinced me to cure all my addictions. I won't stop fapping and watching porn, because if you watch porn, it's gonna ruin your brain and your psychology and your dopamine levels. And fapping is bad for you, and it will lower your testosterone, and you'll probably end up having a erectile dysfunction. So I said, okay, I'll stop fapping. I'll stop scrolling through Instagram, because it's ruining your attention span and your brain power. And now you can't do the work by yourself, and you're gonna have shitty social skills and end up getting no pussy. So I said, cool, and I've deleted my Instagram. I'll stop eating sugar, because sugar is bad for you, even if you're 10% body fat. Because sugar makes fat in your blood vessels. So you might end up having a heart attack, like all those bodybuilders that are eating shit, but they're like 7% body fat. So I stopped coping with the 2 tablespoons of ice cream that I eat after every single meal and say, oh, just a dessert, bro, shut up. But when it got to the video games, when Hamza said, you should probably stop playing video games because playing video games is distracting you from your life. It's a cope with being a loser, and it's gonna ruin your dopamine levels and your attention span and make you not focus on your work. But when it got to this specifically, I kept coping here. I didn't want to quit video games. I said I'm too young and I'm 15 and it's just 1 hour a day, bro. It's not that huge of a thing. I might stop playing video games later on, but now, bro, now, even though I stopped socializing in that time, so I didn't have those villager friends that would text me every 2 hours and say, hop on Valorant, bro, shut up. And I knew playing video games was bad for me, but I just didn't get that push, right? I wasn't convinced enough. And now I think of it, it's probably because like the social support. You will see people going on NoFap and no Instagram and no YouTube, but you don't see people going on no video games. You rarely see that, right? And at that time, I was playing this game called Genshin Impact, which is like one of the weirdest games that you could ever play. It's like anime porn, but it's for young people, and it's a game. Anyways, you get the point. And I made so much progress in the game, right? I was playing it for at least 2 hours every single day for 6 months straight. And I've never missed any day. I finally got that 5-star that I kept obsessing about since the start of the game, and I lived it up. Now I have my dream team that I wished I had when I started playing that game. And I've leveled them all up. And I don't know if you could relate. At that time, the game gets really fun, right? You're just dominating everyone in front of you. And you got those 5-star characters that are just fun to play with. I was planning to get another 5-star, which is like the most fun character I could play with. And so you know for a fact I didn't want to quit just because a random guy on the internet told me to. And at that time, I've already built this habit. I would wake up, eat my protein breakfast, and then get to play Genshin Impact for an hour and a half. And then I will do the work for my anime channel, which was basically editing and everything. And then I might work out, play again, and edit. And so I kinda used it to procrastinate on my work, because it took me so much mental power to just do the work instantly without needing to play video games first or something. And I would do my dailies, which is like if you have never played Genshin Impact, every day you have a certain missions that takes like 20 minutes to do. And every single day you gotta do those missions so you can level up. So you can't just sit there and play for 12 hours. You have to like keep signing in every single day. And this is like a genius strategy for growing their game. They literally bending you an addiction, bro. And those villagers aren't realizing that, which is quite sad to see. And after playing that 1 hour of Genshin Impact, I got some fulfillment, right? I got fulfillment by making progress and getting some good artifacts so I can level up my characters. But it's like an instant gratification. You get fulfilled now, but after that 1 hour, when you get to do your editing and your work, you kinda start regretting it, right? There is this weird feeling that gets in your chest, and the thought of I could have just started editing 2 hours ago, but it wasn't strong enough at that time because playing video games was a part of my identity and I was addicted to it. At that time, I didn't really build that much habits. I think I was meditating for 3 minutes. And that's it. I didn't start building those other habits like gratitude and reading and journaling. And I wasn't reading books on how to cure my gaming addiction, which I probably should write. If I read the book Atomic Habits, I'll probably cure my gaming addiction easily, which like gives you tools to break your addictions and your bad habits. Let me go through them real quick. First, make it invisible. Maybe delete your game and get rid of the remote. And second, make it hard. Just break the remote and now you have to buy another remote so you can play that game again. And third, make it unattractive. Maybe sit through some podcast of Andrew Huberman where he's talking about the dangers of playing video games and how it's ruining your life. And watch more of Hamza's videos about video games. And that would probably work, and I've just gave you a 20-second book summary of Atomic Habits to help you cure your video games addiction. But I've done something in those few days that would make every single tool that Atomic Habits gave you negligible. Literally, you will never relapse again and go back to playing video games. And it's been a year since I played a video game. A whole year. There's still a remote next to my PC. My bro got 2 PlayStations and everything, but I still never played video games. I literally didn't even delete the games in my PC. I think I've deleted Genshin Impact now, but I've had it 7 months straight where I open the PC and the notification pops up of Genshin Impact and he's asking you to open the launcher or not. And I didn't for 7 whole months, even though I was a past gaming addict at that time. Because I've done this thing. So let me complete my story so you can understand. I've woke up one day in that same week where I kept coping with my video game addiction. It was like a holiday in school and everything. And I went to eat my proteins and my breakfast as always. And I think I was watching one of Hamza's videos and it wasn't related about video games. And at that time, I've already made so much progress on the anime video that I wanted to upload. It literally just needs the final touches and it's ready to upload. So after I finished my meal, I had this thought, right? Why don't I just start editing first thing in the morning without playing video games? Because I was already motivated to finish that project. I wanted to get that fulfillment of pressing upload again on the YouTube studio. And when I started thinking about that, my visual brain started generating some thoughts. But I'm still 15 and I'm too close of getting that one character that I kept obsessing about for 2 months now. Shut up. I ain't doing my dailies anymore. I ain't playing Genshin Impact anymore. Boys at your age, we're going to war. And you're sitting there playing with some anime girls. I'm gonna work on my channel and finish this damn video that I wanted to finish months ago, but I kept procrastinating by playing this game. So I sat to do the work for my anime channel, then worked out, then worked again. That was this event I've had. I've never played video games till then. So what exactly happened here? Let's just review the story so we can understand. If I could conclude this in one phrase, I would say I got more fulfillment by leveling up in the real world and making progress on my work than I did by leveling up in Genshin Impact, which is the virtual world. I explained this to my villager friends. It's like I'm working out all day. And you might have experienced this feeling, right? Because let's be honest, 90% of the population goes to the gym at this point. After you hit the gym, you kind of get this fulfillment, that sudden happiness, that feeling that you've done something meaningful. Just the dopamine spike that you get afterwards is insane. Your day goes like this. It can't decline, bro. And dopamine is kind of like the feeling good hormone, right? The more dopamine that you get, the more that you feel good. And the more motivated that you will be to do something That's why while fapping, you will notice that your hand movement increases by 2% on the 16-second mark. That's the feeling that I've got by doing the work. And let me ask you something. Imagine that you could work out for 16 hours and get that fulfillment throughout all day. Would you play video games and procrastinate on the 12 hours that you're gonna spend in the gym? You probably wouldn't, because you're getting more fulfillment by working out all day. So you don't wanna miss that feeling. You will actually feel pain in your chest if you're procrastinating on going to your 12-hour session. It's like you're addicted to it, but in a positive way now. And this is probably the reason of why you kept hitting the gym, even though you were playing video games, watching anime, fapping, watching porn, eating shit, because you're getting more fulfillment, more dopamine reward by doing the hard thing. But later on, it feels better than any junk food, any video game, any new Netflix series that pops up in your homepage or something. And imagine getting that dopamine spike, that fulfillment throughout all day. That's what it feels working on your purpose. Because hitting the gym is like one of our goals, right? You rarely see someone that feels that hitting the gym is unpurposeful, unless he's like being lazy and everything. You rarely see it. Even billionaires do it because they know working out will help them perform better in the actual work they do. And so for you and everyone, hitting the gym is something purposeful. That's why you get that fulfillment. And literally, that fulfillment that you will get after doing something hard and meaningful for you would literally recover you from all your addictions. Andrew Huberman talks about this in his episode about addiction recovery, where he talked about cocaine addicts. He said that cocaine would give you a huge dopamine spike, a huge quick dopamine spike, which will then decrease below your normal baseline, and so you feel that pain to smoke more cocaine. And so to recover those cocaine addicts that are actually abusing their dopamine system, they're using cold showers and morning sunlight, which will give them a huge dopamine spike too. But it's kinda the healthy version of it, because it lasts longer, and I'm not gonna get too deep into this. But since I got that dopamine spike, literally that huge dopamine spike from doing the work and working out, I didn't need those tools. Like, also you should be doing them. I still do them now, even though I'm not a recovering addict or something. But you get the point. Now here's the thing. Even though you're hitting the gym and that's good and everything, but you're still playing Genshin Impact if you're watching this video or any other video games. And that's because you don't have another thing to do that will give you more fulfillment than playing video games. You might play basketball here and there and that feels fulfilling for you, but you're not getting that dopamine spike throughout all day. You don't have that one thing that you do every single day for as much hours as you want that will give you more fulfillment and better dopamine spike than playing video games. You don't have that one thing that you're obsessing about everywhere you go. You go to school and you're obsessing about it. You go to a restaurant and you're obsessing about it. You go to your grandparents' home and you're obsessing about it. You don't have that thing, right? And you probably got this obsessive feeling, but not with something productive, right? It's either a video game that you kept making huge progress on, and now you're thinking about how many rows you still got to get that 5-star that you want, or that new anime that you just watched and it's so good that you just can't get it out of your memory, and you're now doing Rasingans in the air. Imagine having that, but with a productive habit that will get you closer to your goals, live a better life in general. And so you don't have something like that besides playing video games and those animes. And it's because you haven't discovered your purpose. Think of it. Those animes and those video games are giving you a fake purpose to live. A fake purpose. You wake up and you're motivated to level up your characters in Genshin Impact. You go to school and you're obsessing about your characters in Genshin Impact. You take a bath and you're thinking about how many rows you got left to get your 5-star in Genshin Impact. You sleep in and you're overthinking about that one anime that you're binge watching throughout all day. They're literally giving you a fake purpose to live to. That's why you like them. That's why you're getting fulfillment from them. But the thing with this, like, instant purpose. It's like instant noodles, bro. Is that you get fulfillment right now, right? But a week later, and you just realize that you just wasted hundreds of hours of your life, and you just like wake up to reality, and you feel like a total loser. You haven't made any progress in your life. Dude, it's not even maintenance. Your physique got worse. Your room is smelly. Your hygiene is shit. You haven't showered in months. You got older and you still don't know what to do with your life. And you probably follow the education system matrix thing and end up broke anyways because you can't do the work by yourself because you're addicted to thousands of stuff. That's what's gonna happen if you're gonna keep following that fake purpose. Because it's fake. No one cares if you get Raiden Shogun C6. No one cares if you finish 300 animes and you know every single story of them. Unless you start a YouTube channel and post those stuff. But you get the point. And this is why you gotta discover your real purpose, which is always in a form of a delayed gratification activity. It always feels hard right now, but gives you fulfillment later on. And especially activities that lays with your purpose. The fulfillment that you get after doing them is insane. It is different. You might have experienced this, right? The fulfillment that you get after hitting the gym is not the same after playing a hard game of tennis or something. Because you're not really interested in tennis, but it's still like an exercise and it's good for your health and everything. But it's not comparable to the fulfillment that you get after hitting the gym because you want to make muscle, you want to get ripped more than you want to get better at tennis. So you get the point? It has a special fulfillment when you work on your purpose and goals. And you gotta find that purpose. You gotta find it. You gotta find that real purpose that will give you that fulfillment and make you more progress on your goals. And you look back 2 weeks ago and you're so grateful for the progress you made. You feel like a winner. You don't feel like a loser anymore. But now you might say, how could I discover my purpose then? I'm not gonna get too deep in this video, but just to give you a brief phrase, you know your purpose is that one thought that you get when you're feeling bored, maybe in school or taking a shit or something, and your brain is subconsciously obsessing about it, but you keep distracting yourself by those fake purposes, and so you never had the time to think of that real purpose, that one thought that you're obsessing about it, but you're just distracting yourself from it. So if I could give you just one single tip, which Hamza like talks about this, just shut everything up, stay on your bed, on your chair or something, and look at your wall and think, and you'll probably get a dozen of those thoughts that kind of feels purposeful to do. Maybe you wanted to start martial arts, hitting the gym again, starting your anime channel or something, learning how to code. I don't know. It's for you to figure out. Just sit there and let your brain give you some of those thoughts and pick the one that you feel the most interested in and just take action on it. Take action on it. And trust me, once you start taking action on that one thing, you will forget video games. You will forget all your addictions and focus on making progress on that goal. And I've experienced this, bro. January 2021, when I started my anime channel, and I was badly addicted, bro. I used to fap 4 times to some hentai porn and keep watching anime all day and then play video games. But after I got the thought of making an anime channel, I started taking action on it. And I've just spent 3 days working on my first video without watching anime, playing video games, watching any Netflix series, and even fapping, bro. I'm still not sure about fapping. I might have done it once in those 3 days. But that's progress, bro. I was doing it 4 times a day. And even though we were in the holidays, bro, I wasn't going to school and spending almost all my day there. So I had more time to do my addictions. But I didn't. I've done the work. I tunnel visioned on it. Just because I started taking action on that one thought that I kept obsessing about for months, but I just kept distracting myself by watching more anime, playing more video games, fapping more, 2 hours worth of hentai. Alright boys, I just have to travel to another city real quick. So don't be surprised if the setup would change and everything. Alright boys, see you there. I'll probably use some editing effect. Alright boys, we're back. Let's just finish the rest of the video. But here's the thing. Working on your real purpose is hard. It's not easy. If you get the thought of being a YouTuber and get millions of views, It's not gonna be easy, especially in these years. You have too much competition. You have to get in a high standards of quality. You have to keep grinding for years. And same thing if you want to do martial arts or boxing or any real purpose that you get. And this is why most people play video games because it's easy. It's an instant gratification. It's easy to level up your characters in Genshin Impact. It's easy to go through those boring missions and get more XP to level up your characters in Genshin Impact. And so even when you got that thought, you couldn't take action on it, right? It felt hard to do, and you didn't get to enough level of discipline to actually do the work. You're not disciplined enough yet. Like with the gym, you've already got the social support. You got almost every one of your bros hitting the gym, and so of course you will hit the gym. It feels easy, and you kind of progressively overload yourself to it. And besides that, the education system programmed you to not do the work by yourself. Literally, you've been programmed to not do the work by yourself by those fat teachers that kept telling you to do homework since you were 8 years old. You've been programmed by the education system to play video games, watch Netflix in the holidays when you got nothing else to do. And even worse, your mental health probably sucks and you haven't leveled up your discipline yet. You kept always doing the easy things even though you're 15 years old or something. And so of course you'll not be able to work on your real purposes. Of course you will procrastinate on them and go play video games and Genshin Impact. Because it's harder to do. And this is why Hamza is so good. Because he doesn't show you, 10 ways to make money online, bro. And then end the video. Because let's be honest, we already know that. We already know that people are making money from YouTube and affiliate marketing. Don't forget to click the link, bro. And then you go to that page where like some random porn ads pop up. And then you click that wait 5-second thing to get to the actual link that you wanted to get to. We already knew that people are making money from those stuff, but we couldn't do the work. This is why Hamza is so good. He tells you that you have shitty discipline. He tells you that you have bad mental health. He tells you that you can't do the work by yourself, but you could level up your discipline. You could level up your mental health. You could get to a point where you're so motivated to do the work by yourself and don't even need any accountability next to you. I started training Muay Thai in home right now. And I could have waited another month after Ramadan ends so I can start going to an actual gym with a coach and have that accountability, bro. But I didn't. Why would I wait a whole month for that? I've started shadow boxing now because I've leveled up the skill of doing the work by myself. And this is just a small example, bro. And he brainwashes you from the shitty beliefs that you had about school and everything. He gives you hope again. Level up your ability to work on your purpose and achieve your goals. That's why Hamza got 2 million subs. That's why he got a cult following. Because he literally changed our life by telling us those stuff. We could actually work on our purpose now. We don't have to play video games to get that fulfillment and cope with the school system and think, I'll probably be a physician, bro, because I've got A+ in physics. Bro, shut up, bro. I didn't want to be a physician, bro. It's just literally a cope. My brain literally started generating some pussy thoughts, right? Some broke people thoughts because I was coping with the education system. And now, bro, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna be an entrepreneur. Means I'm gonna be an entrepreneur, but I have to do the work by myself for years so I can be an entrepreneur. That's exactly what I did. I watched Hamza, and at the end of his video, I'll see that quote where he said, do the work, especially when you don't feel like it. And so I'll go do the work. And slowly I've leveled up my discipline again. Even though I kept procrastinating a little at the start, but I done the work, done it again. And now I started meditating, so I actually stopped procrastinating on the work. I felt mentally healthy when I got to do it. And after I started leveling up a little in the real world, I could actually work on my purpose now. I'm getting so much fulfillment that I don't have to play Genshin Impact anymore. Think of it. I'm leveling up so much in the real world that I just don't care of leveling up in Genshin Impact. Like I'm obviously not talking to the people that plays video games once a week and the weekend and everything. I'm not talking to those guys. I'm talking to the guys that are like my younger self who took video games like a 9-to-5 job. You wake up and you're obsessing about that one game. You sleep and you're obsessing about that one game. You go to school and you're obsessing about that one game. Those are the people that I'm talking to, who kind of feels that playing video games or watching anime is something purposeful to do. And they have to finish the story. And they have to finish all the anime episodes. Because those guys, bro, they wouldn't even be watching a video on how to cure your gaming addiction. Because they are not really addicted, bro. They are doing it for fun or something. I'm not gonna talk to them. They could just do their thing. I'm talking to you, who's kind of dedicating all of your attention to this fake purpose, because it feels something masculine to do. And I want to convince you to stop playing video games and start leveling up in the real world. Those are the people that I'm talking to. Now here's the thing. Because of YouTube allowed you to make money from your passionate video games and anime, so you could turn that fake purpose into a real purpose, right? You could use gaming and anime to level up in the real world and make a following of your passion. And this is why some of you will say, oh, either I could be an anime YouTuber and a Genshin Impact streamer. Then do it then. What are you waiting for? Because if you're not gonna take action on that, you're just wasting years of your life. No one will give a F if you're diamond rank in Valorant, if you're not trying to make living out of it. No one cares. You will end up broke and addicted to video games anyways. So unless you take this really seriously, playing video games is a fake purpose and you're gonna regret the amount of time that you spent playing it. Oh, there's a point that I wanted to mention here. What is that point? And besides that, you might be enjoying video games and anime right now, right? But I will tell you from experience, I hated watching anime. I was an anime YouTuber and I hated watching anime. When I got on self-improvement and only watched anime to be productive and make anime memes, I was watching it at 8x speed on my editing program. And I could tell you for sure, it wasn't fun anymore. Just because I took it seriously and tried to make it as a real purpose. It's not fun anymore. Go ask those gym YouTubers. Go ask those Twitch streamers. Go ask those gamers. Do you think they enjoy the game they are playing? Every minute they play the game, which they probably don't, bro. They don't have the time to play video games and do their passion offline, bro. They don't have the time and attention to do it. If they actually want to make progress in the real world and get an actual following, they're not gonna be playing off work, right? And even when they do play online, do you think they're having that much fun? They are stressing out of getting that clip that will get them thousands of views in YouTube shorts or something. And by the time they just start hating the game and their purpose probably changed and they want to do something else, but they kept coping with it because they got the following now. That could tell you for sure that most of them feel so shit about themselves and not even proud of what are they doing. Because I was one of them. My purpose has changed and I kept coping with it just because I got some few subs. And I was depressed working on that channel, that anime channel, which is like my passion, bro. I was depressed working on it just because I've leveled up in the real world and just realized that the thing I'm doing is actually really meaningless for people. And I guarantee you, most of those gamers and those anime YouTubers gone through the same thing, but they just kept coping with it because they've got the following now. And this is why you see PewDiePie going from that cringy gaming content to like podcasty type content where he just discusses life in general. He doesn't just obsess about gaming because his purpose changed and he's working on it. And this is exactly what you should do. You should start progressively leveling up that discipline like you do in the gym. You start with a light weight and then you progress your way to a heavier weight. And now you could do those productive habits that will give you more fulfillment than playing Genshin Impact by yourself. And so a good way to start leveling up in the real world so you can work on your purpose is to start doing these self-improvement habits that Hamza is promoting. And so you could watch some of Hamza's videos where he explained you for them. But since I was so dumb at my first days of starting this channel, I copied Hamza, collected them in this video. And I talked more about taking action and everything, which will help you. So you definitely should be watching that video. And before you leave the video, if you want me to actually help you level up in the real world and keep you accountable on the work that you do and speed up the process of curing your addictions, leveling up your discipline, discovering your purpose, and getting that fulfillment that you could literally compare it to like doing drugs. You could check my self-improvement coaching. I've linked the Fiverr link in the description. And as always, there's no time when you're ready to take action.